Hello everyone, I'm Khaled and I'll be your instructor for this Python course provided by Learning While Practicing. In this course, we'll learn about the Python programming language and how to develop Python applications and scripts. Python is a really popular programming language nowadays and it's been extensively used in many different applications. For example, it's used for machine learning, deep learning applications, data analytics, and also automation scripts. And moreover, you can do like any kind of desktop and web development using different Python frameworks. In this tutorial series, we'll learn how to write Python programs and scripts in order to do any kind of project ahead of you in the future. Learning Python is really a good investment. Python is one of the easiest programming languages ever, and it's one of the most popular programming languages right now. So it would be a really good thing to learn Python at your early stage of your career. Okay, in order to start developing Python applications, we need to do or to download and install two different things. The first thing is to download Python itself, which is the page that we have right now. So we went to python.org/downloads, and then we can just click download Python here to download the Python interpreter and files. The next thing that we need to do is that we need some text editor or what we call an integrated development environment in order to develop Python application. You can think of this as the place or the application where you write your own Python programs and the scripts. An integrated development environment would be very powerful while developing applications in general. It will provide many features that we'll go through over this course. So we chose for this course a good integrated development environment, which is called PyCharm. So we search for PyCharm IDE. We go to the website and we go to download. And we can find here we have two different versions, the professional one and the community version. So the professional one is a paid one, but you can get a free trial for 30 days. The community one is the one that we're going to use, and it is free and open source. And that would be all that we need for our Python development. Then you hit download to download this community version. I've already downloaded them, so let's go and install them. So I have them on my desktop here. So the first thing that we need to do, we need to install Python first. So double click on that, install now, and then goes over the installation. Takes a little bit of time. So right now we can start the installation of PyCharm. Just double click the installer for PyCharm, and it is just a simple Windows installer. Hit next, next, and takes a bit of time to finish all of the extraction and installation of files. So after the installation is done, we can just take this checkbox to run PyCharm immediately and then click finish. So right now it will bring up the PyCharm main window, take a bit of time to load. You can just skip this, and now we can start working on our projects. So the first thing that we need to do is to create our new project. We can name it, let's say, new project. And then, as you can see here, that the base interpreter is the Python interpreter that we have installed in the previous step. So that's why we needed to install Python first. And then we hit create. So it would take a bit of time. So since it is the first time, it would take a bit of time downloading and installing some files in here. After it's done, we can find that our project here is ready. So we have this project pane, and we find new project, which is the name of our project. If we expand that, we can find all of the files that we have here. These are like built-in files that come by default with any project. And then we need to create a new file in order to start writing our code. So in order to do this, we just right click the project name and then new Python file. Let's call this file hello world and we check Python file. So this opens up this editor and this is where we can write our code and Python script. So in this video, we're gonna do a very simple hello world program, which is just printing hello world statement. So print hello world. So this is a built-in function in Python. It's called print, and it prints some statement. This statement is inside here, which is a string. We'll go later over strings and how to work with the strings. And then this is enclosed between these two parentheses. That's it. That is our program, a simple program that prints hello world. In order to run this program, we just click run, and then we choose hello world. And this part, you can see this part, this pane pops up from the bottom. And we have here the output of our program, which is hello world, the statement that we try to print. So that would be it for the first tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed it and see you in the next one.
Hi, this is Joe from Learning While Practicing. So now we are going to see an example of Python with the turtle module. So the turtle module is a graphic module in Python that allows you to draw shapes, to write text, and is very useful whenever you want to have something graphical right away. It's different than a graphic user interface. It's something just for the sake of the output, something visual that you will see on the output. It's not something that you can command as a graphic user interface, but it's very useful whenever you want to do things graphically right away in Python. So for the sake of this first example, we will open this file, chapter 1, exercise 1, Olympic circles. So if your .py file is not already associated with PyCharm, you can simply right-click and open with and choose the PyCharm Community Edition that you have already installed. But in case it is already associated, you can simply double-click the file in order to open it. So once the file is open, as you see, you cannot right away run this file because we need to associate it with a project. We are going to do that in a second. But first, let us look together at this whole code right here. So here we have imported the turtle module. So there are actually two ways to import the turtle module. Either you can write import and turtle, or you can simply, like other things we are doing in this course, say from turtle import and then write a star. So when you write the star, you're actually saying that you're going to import everything related to the turtle module. So the turtle module is actually the graphical module that we are going to be using to represent and which contains functions such as the color, the pen, whether it's a pen up or down, we will see that in a little while, go to function, circle, etc., which are already predefined. So when these functions are already predefined, you can simply use them without having to recode them from scratch, which would be pretty hard to do. So I'm just going to rewrite the original code that we had. And now I'm going to go to open file in project. So I'm going to discard the changes since I've remained with the same file that I have right here. And now that I have the environment once again, I'm going to go to run and I'm going to choose the file right here, this one. Now here that the turtle module has opened, you can see that what it's doing actually is that it has drawn 5 circles, and each circle in a different color in order to get the Olympic symbol of the Olympic Games, the Olympic logo. So now that I'm going to close the program, since the program is not running anymore, let us see every section and what it's actually doing. So for the first section that we have right here, we have chosen in turtle color, we have chosen the color blue. So the colors which are already predefined in Python are several. We could have chosen, for example, purple. So if we choose the color purple, what we are going to do right here is keep these as they are. We are going to choose the color purple, and we are going to run the program once again. So now that we run the program once again, you see that the first circle that I have is now in purple. So it's one of the colors that are already defined in the turtle module. So I'm going to put the color back to blue. Now, pen up, what does that mean is the following. I'm going to run the program and I'm going to show you what the pen up is actually doing. So when I run the program, you see that here you have your small cursor and it's skipping, as you can see, from here to here. In case I remove the pen up line in my program, what will happen is the following. So I'm going to comment this by hitting Control and slash together. So now that this has been commented, whenever there is the sharp here symbol in front of the line, it means that the line is not going to be taken into consideration when I'm running the program. So it's comment. It means I have commented this line right here. So it's a section, it's a comment section. So it's not taken into consideration by the program. And its use is for the developers to be able to understand what's happening. In case I want to write, for example, a comment saying, okay, this section has to draw a circle, for example. Okay, so this is here a comment that will be useful for people who are actually working on the code. So now if I run the program once again, you see what happens is the following. The cursor always starts in the turtle module in the middle. And if I haven't used the pen up command line, it's going to draw actually a line from here to here because by default the pen is down. Imagine you have a pen and you're drawing circles. Whenever you want to draw these circles, you have to put your pen up to go from one circle to another. Otherwise, you'll have a line right here that will continue. So the turtle pen up means I have to put the pen up. Now, in case I forget, for example, to put back the pen down, what will happen is that the pen will remain up. So if I draw the circles here, it's drawing in blank because I have not said to my program to put the pen down once again. So this is the use of these two lines right here. Now the go-to line means that I'm telling my cursor where to go, from what point to start drawing the circle. So in case I also comment this one and I run the program, you're going to see that the circle is not going to start at the same position. It starts right at the middle, okay? Because by default, it starts at 0, 0. So what I did right here is told my cursor to go to the location minus 110, minus 25. So these are XY coordinates, X meaning on the lower axis right here and Y on the higher axis. So axis and ordinate, okay? So, and I have here the pen down as I was saying previously. And now I have the circle module. So the circle, the circle function. The circle function actually, if I hover my mouse over it, it tells me the definition of a circle. It's something that has a radius, and optionally I can have other values in case I need them to be in my function. So we're going to see that later on. But for now, all I need to define for my circle is the radius. So the radius that I have chosen here is 45. First of all, I'm going to remove the sharp right here, or I can select this and hit again Control/ and it removes the command. So in case I choose, for example, 150 and I draw now my circle, so it's going to get a much bigger circle, as you can see right here. Okay, so now as you can see, the 4 circles right here have the same radius except this one. So I'm going to put back the original radius of 45. So for each of these right here, they are very similar. And the turtle done, what actually the turtle done does is that it defines the loop that turtle has been drawing, and it says done, meaning that it has finished. So in case I comment this one, let us see what happens in case there is no turtle done. So in case there is no turtle done, what happens is the following. I will have drawn these circles right here, and the turtle module will simply leave. So the turtle done that I have right here ensures that the module remain active until I decide to stop it, so that I can see the output that I have created. Okay, so now with turtle done, I can still see this as long as I want to. Okay. And so this is the first example that we have right here on a graphical module in Turtle from Python, which is actually very powerful and very useful. We're going to see many other examples of use of Turtle together. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This allowed you from seeing a code to learn exactly what it's doing. So you can now be fully operational in drawing circles already right from this video. See you in the next one.